If you've ever believed that changing your life requires a lot of money, a lucky break, or a perfect starting point, Tony Robbins' story will force you to rethink everything you thought you knew. It was a conversation that lasted over an hour. But honestly, there are moments where just 5 minutes is enough to make you question how you're living, how you're earning, and how you're treating yourself. What follows are the most important lessons drawn from that conversation. These aren't abstract ideas or feel-good quotes. They're principles forged through poverty, failure, and standing at the edge more times than most people can imagine. Read slowly. Reflect deeply. Apply immediately. 1. If you don't give, you stay trapped in scarcity. Tony Robbins grew up in extreme poverty. Some holidays, his family didn't even have money for food. Because he experienced generosity firsthand as a child, he learned a truth that sounds paradoxical, but isn't. When you have the least, that's often when giving matters most. Many people say, "I'll give when I'm rich." Tony is blunt about this. If you can't give a small amount when you have little, you won't suddenly become generous when you have more. Giving isn't about surplus. Giving is about identity. When you give, you tell yourself, "I'm not a victim. I'm not powerless. I'm someone who creates value." Tony tells the story of giving away the last money he had to a young boy in a restaurant, despite not knowing how he would eat the next day. That moment permanently broke his scarcity mindset. From that day on, no matter how hard things got, he never returned to fear around money. 2. Success doesn't come from strategy, it comes from hunger. If Tony had to choose one trait shared by the most successful people in the world, he wouldn't pick intelligence, luck, or background. He'd choose one thing: hunger. Not physical hunger, but the drive to grow, improve, and push forward. Many people reach a certain level and stop. They get comfortable. They settle. They stop stretching themselves. But people like Richard Branson, Warren Buffett, and Tony Robbins never lose that hunger. Even with more money than they'll ever need, they keep learning, building, and contributing. Tony says it clearly: intelligence won't save you if you're not hungry. Hungry people find a way. Unhungry people quit, even with the best strategy in hand. 3. Change your environment, and you'll change yourself. Tony repeats a short sentence that carries enormous weight. Get closer to something better, and it will shape you. You don't need to be smarter tomorrow. You need a better environment today. When you're around people with higher standards, your thinking rises to meet them, whether you're ready or not. Tony shares that when he began working with world-class individuals, the pressure wasn't about money. It was about value. He constantly asked himself, how can I serve better? How can I create greater impact? In his view, money is simply portable power. It allows you to create impact even when you're not physically present. But to earn it, you must place yourself in environments that demand growth. 4. Money isn't bad. It amplifies who you already are. One of the most damaging beliefs Tony addresses is the idea that money is somehow evil. Money doesn't make people worse. Money makes people more obvious. If you're selfish, money amplifies that. If you're generous, money allows you to help at a larger scale. The issue isn't money, it's the person holding it. Tony also points out a reality most people avoid. Even those considered poor in developed countries are among the highest earners globally. Complaining and blaming keep you stuck. Learning the rules and choosing to play is the only path forward. 5. Small fees today become massive losses tomorrow. When Tony talks about money, he avoids hype. He focuses on something simple and extremely dangerous if ignored: fees. Paying just 1% more in unnecessary fees each year can cost you decades of effort over time. Most people aren't broke because they can't earn money, but because they don't realize how quietly it's being drained. You can't control the market, but you can control costs. That's where smart people start. 6. Happiness isn't an emotion, it's a decision. One of the most powerful moments comes when Tony talks about happiness. The human brain isn't designed to make you happy. It's designed to help you survive. Happiness is your responsibility. Life will bring loss, betrayal, illness, and crisis. No one escapes that. The only difference is the state you choose to live in when it happens. Tony uses a 90-second rule. When a negative emotion appears, he allows it, but no longer than 90 seconds. After that, he consciously shifts into gratitude, learning, or contribution. Not because everything is okay, but because he refuses to suffer longer than necessary. 7. A meaningful life always includes growth and contribution. When Tony reflects on the greatest moments of human life, he notices a pattern. The most meaningful moments always involve two things. You grow beyond your previous limits. That growth benefits someone else. The worst moments, on the other hand, revolve around ego, loss, fear, and self-absorption. That's why Tony believes life isn't about me. It's about we. The more you obsess over yourself, the heavier life feels. The moment you turn outward and contribute, the weight begins to lift. Final thought. This wasn't just an interview. It was a powerful reminder that you don't need perfect conditions to live correctly. You can give before you feel ready. You can learn before you feel confident. You can choose a better internal state, even when your external situation hasn't changed. Life doesn't transform in a single moment, but one right decision, repeated daily, can completely change the direction of your future.